Hey, what's up guys? So this is gonna be my first tutorial, episode 1. I noticed that the past couple of times that I've been streaming, there's just been a lot of viewers asking me, you know, if I can give some tips or some beginner advice in regards to Street Fighter 5. So this tutorial will just be based on to the new players that are just joining Street Fighter 5 and are looking forward to the new season that's coming up. If you haven't played Street Fighter at all, this tutorial should cover most of the beginner guides and how to get you started on how to start playing Street Fighter. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, so basic fundamentals part 1. Gosh, where do I start? Okay, let's talk about neutral game. So basically, and I'm sure some of you new players have heard of that term before, and people told you, hey, you should improve your neutral game, or hey, your neutral game is not that good, and stuff like that. But basically, in a nutshell, neutral game just means you're trying to outmaneuver your opponent, and you're always trying to establish a position against your opponent, right? So it can consist of spacing, zoning. What else is there? Poking your opponent, just staying in the ground game, and not jumping too much, right? Because when your new players tend to jump a lot when you first start playing fighting games, right? So there's that. But let's just focus on what I want to teach you guys for this section here. I'm gonna go over to the resume start battle right now. So I have Ryu set to, I'm in training mode right now. I'm going to set the dummy to what I recorded earlier. Let's see. So I made Ryu with buttons in neutral. So right now this is called neutral. We're just sitting in the ground game, where you're fighting your opponent. I'm dancing around. I'm not doing anything until I see something I can react to, right? So this is called buffering, and you really want to learn this as you start out through the game and playing Street Fighter. What buffering is basically I'm gonna press a normal button, say my standing medium punch. Okay, this is Ken's standing medium punch. So the motion for fireball is down forward punch, right? So buffering basically means if I'm pressing buttons in neutral and it's not hitting anyone, I'm also pressing down forward at the same time while I'm throwing this button out, right? So, for an example, this is fireball, right? But if I'm pressing this at the same time, fireball will come out at the same time. Right? So, see, I'm just buffering it while I press the button, right? And this is so what buffering does. It just helps you confirm better, right? And confirming is basically when you throw out a normal out in neutral, if it hits the opponent, then your other move will come out, calling a buffer confirm. Okay, so I know there's a lot of terminology I just laid down, so I'll leave it in the text after this section is done, to just to follow up on what I just said. So that's it for buffering. I'm gonna move on to the other sections, and I'll see you guys in the other parts. Okay. Alright guys, so we're back and we just finished talking about buffering and neutral. So I hope you guys didn't get too confused about it. But if you guys did, just leave me questions or just a comment below the YouTube channel, and I'll try my best to answer them for you. For the people that did understand it, that's great. I hope you guys can utilize it to your fullest potentials, because that technique is really important. I mean, everyone almost uses it. If you don't know how to use it, just look back at the video and try and re-imitate what I try to do. But again, I won't touch base on that any longer. I don't want to explain neutral in general too much. I'll do that in the other episodes that are to come. But right now we're going to talk about just establishing our set play as our set play in general. And what set play means is, you know, you have all your combos memorized, you have all your setups memorized, you have majority of, you know, the things about your character memorized, and it all comes down to how do you use those in, you know, all of the situations that are given to you. So I'll show you an example of what set play is. Basically, you know, we do have to understand that, you know, Street Fighter V is really heavily rock paper scissors based, but set play kind of helps alleviate that because you are mixing in your options together, and if you keep mixing your opponent up, then they're gonna keep guessing wrong, right? So that's what set play kind of means. It's mixing up your opponent when you kind of know what to do automatically. And I'll give you an example by that right now. So I have Ryu set to the dummy, and I'm just gonna do my regular target combo into Heavy Tatsu, and we'll see what happens, because since I've gone so far into the game already, I know all my combos, my setups. You know, once you reach this level, you know, you are gonna have much more fun, and it'll be more you'll be able to beat your opponents more convincingly, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and start it up. We're gonna attack Ryu on his wake up, and we're gonna see what happens. Okay, so that's basically called set play. So what happened was Ryu woke up and tried to attack me on his wake up when he woke up. I chose the right option. It was to attack on his wake up. That's basically the set play. I chose either rock, paper, or scissors, and apparently I won that interaction. So afterwards, when you win that interaction, it's gonna lead you to another interaction, because afterwards I did the same combo again because I was allowed to do it, because I punished him. Now we have to lead to a next interaction where, you know, we have to guess rock, paper, scissors again. But because you kind of know your opponent a little bit well from, you know, the first couple of interactions, he might pick, you know, an option where he's gonna do EX reversal, which in this case the computer just did, or he's just gonna keep blocking, or he's gonna, you know, do another option. But the most likely option is he is probably gonna block, or he's gonna do EX reversal wake up. Those are the two options. Okay, so that's called set play. It's understanding your opponent's mentality and what option is he gonna pick. Right? So I'm gonna run it back again, and we're gonna do it one more time. Okay, set play only works properly when you have all your combos and everything down. So what I'm trying to say is, you know, if you are a beginner, get your combos down, get everything down, have it muscle memorized, and then you can start attacking on this technique called set play. Okay, I dropped my combo, but see, it would have went, it would have worked. Let's try it. Okay, so he guessed wrong again. Basically, I won that interaction again. So, you know, it rinses and repeats itself. You know, if you keep winning the interaction, you're just gonna beat your opponent. But I mean, that's what basically set play is. So I just want to touch base on that. For the next section, I'm just going to talk about another thing, and then we're going to be finishing up here. So I'll see you guys in the next section, okay? Alright guys, so we're back, and we just finished talking about set play. I hope that made a little bit of sense to you. I felt like I was kind of winging it a bit, but I just want to touch base on it again. Basically, to reiterate, what I want to say is, in order to establish a proper set play, you need to understand your character 100%. You need to know all his moves or her moves 100%, and you need to remember your setups and your combos. Once you have these four established, you can do set play whenever you want, and you don't have to think that much. You will only have to think when you're fighting against a top level player. Believe me. So, moving forward, again, if you guys have any questions or comments, please ask me in the YouTube comments below. Again, I'll try my best to answer them. But this is going to be the last segment of the tutorial here. It is called delay tech. Okay, so everyone uses delay tech. Again, if you're a newcomer to Street Fighter, you don't know what delay tech is or any of the option selects, it is considered an option select, and I'll explain why right now. So we're gonna set Ryu to 4 options here. So I set him to when I knock him down, he's gonna wake up and attack me. That's his first option. The second option is if I knock him down, he's gonna grab on wake up. And sometimes, you know, when we knock someone down, we do want to grab them on the wake up, you know, because we know they like blocking a lot, right? So that's another option. So the third option is we're gonna have Ryu backdash on wake up. Now, do not underestimate backdash in this game, or just the backdash in general. Wake up backdash covers 2 options. Wake up backdash covers not being able to get grabbed on your wake up. So if someone grabbed you on your wake up and you woke up and backdash, you will avoid the grab because backdash is invulnerable to grabs. Okay, so and then the other second beneficial option for wake up backdashing is sometimes your opponent might miss his attack on your wake up, and it'll cause you to be airborne for a couple of seconds. And this will confuse your opponent, and they will attack because they thought, oh, you know, I landed the hit, and then I keep going and keep attacking. Well, that's not the case. You can just attack them because they just missed their move, right? So that's another beneficial defensive option for wake up backdashing. And now the last option is we have for Ryu set here EX reversal, which is called EX Shoryuken. I believe half of the characters have an EX reversal wake up. And what that means is if they use that move on their wake up when you knock them down, and they used it, and if you didn't block, you're gonna get hit because you press the button, and they have invincible frames on their wake up. So that means they won the interaction, and you lose your turn. Okay, so I'm gonna show what delay tech is, and delay tech is basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna knock Ryu down, and then I'm gonna be literally right beside him. I'm gonna hold down back for a split second, and then I'm gonna press grab. Okay, so what this does is it covers 3 options. If Ryu woke up and did EX reversal DP or EX reversal Shoryuken, I'm gonna block it because I delayed my grab for a split second, but I'm also blocking at the same time. Okay, so the block happens first, and then I grab. The second option that's going to cover is if Ryu got up on his after getting knocked down, and he didn't do anything but just block, he's going to get grabbed. Okay, that's the second option. The third option is if Ryu woke up and he pressed grab right away, you're still going to be able to avoid that grab because you're going to tech it. Okay, so that's another third option. The fourth option is again if Ryu woke up and did wake up super, you're gonna block it again because delay tech covers that. So we cover 4 options, right? So that's a lot of options to cover, but let me just show you how it works. Okay, so he woke up backdash. Again, we remember that wake up backdash avoids grabs. We set him to do 4 other options. Let's try it again. Okay, so he woke up grab this time. Let's try again. And he did EX reversal Shoryuken. So I did delay tech and I covered that and I blocked. Okay, so look how useful this technique is. Very useful. See, I did again, and then we can punish him afterwards. Okay, he woke up back there. That's fine. He woke up and attacked me. I'm still blocking, and I still press grab a split second after. Okay, so one last time, just to show it. And we blocked it. So there it is. So that's delay tech in a nutshell, guys. Again, it covers multiple options. It helps you alleviate, you know, really crazy players, and you just want to calm down their momentum, right? Delay tech is very useful. Again, it could be the most game-changing option for you. It could decide a winning game, or even, you know, get you out of a really bad situation. But do not neglect this technique. It's very, very useful. So this is probably the best option select for beginners, and again, everyone uses it. Everyone uses it. Even I use it. It's too good. It's really good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That really wraps up for this tutorial for episode 1, the SHIMMYKAMI. Again, if you guys have any questions or comments, just leave them below, or you could just give me a shout on Twitter and let me know how my video was. Again, this is my first time making a tutorial video. If you guys have any feedback, let me know as well. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop a bonus clip today, and I'm gonna try and commentate it. It's against a Fang player, and again, we're gonna watch it while I commentate it, and it's gonna be pretty funny. But it's just gonna be me reiterating, you know, the small stuff here and there about, you know, why I did this, why I did that. And it's just basically you're gonna be jumping into my mind of thinking, you know, why am I fighting like this, or why is my playstyle like this, right? So the next episode that's gonna be coming out is gonna be regarding, you know, more about neutral gameplay and finding your own playstyle. All right, so we're gonna check out that clip, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching again. Alright, so it is me versus Never Ending Monkey. So again, it's a Fang matchup. Normally the matchup is, you know, 6-4. Again, for you beginners, matchup knowledge is very important. So study that if you can on your own time, at the best as you can. So I'm gonna just commentate a bit about the match. I won this match pretty convincingly. Yeah, the matchup for this between Ken and Fang is just knowing when he's gonna throw fireballs, and then I'm gonna throw fireballs just to zone him and make him come to me. Right? So see how I play. I'm just playing really neutral. You know, I'm just relaxing. I'm dashing and trying to mix it up. Yeah, I reacted to the sweep. Yeah, I'm trying to jump out. I think I'm gonna. Oh, okay. He messed up. He messed up. He didn't stun me, so he might lose this round. The setup is there. Okay, I converted it, and I grabbed him out. See, we didn't grab him once that game. That was our first grab, our first interaction. Right. So let's figure out what's the set play here. Okay, we were able to anti-her. Okay, now we're just zoning in. Okay, so this is again just matchup knowledge. You know, it's part of the learning experience, and you know, it's part of also the learning curve. You need to learn the matchup as well. So, you know, normally people say this is a bad matchup for Ken, but it's not. It's really good. Look how easily I'm able to zone him. He's just trying to look at the health difference. When you have so much life lead, you don't really need to worry about anything. Just relax and don't do anything, and you know, you can just win like that. He just kept chasing me, like. Anyway, I gotta remain professional, but that's pretty much it. Like, just that was like a perfect example of neutral gameplay right there. So anyway, if you guys want to watch it again, go ahead. I feel like that clip was a bit too fast, but I mean, again, stay tuned for the next episodes that are going to be coming out. Again, it's going to be regards to, you know, more emphasis on the neutral gameplay in general, and the most important part, finding out your own playstyle. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and leave a comment below if you liked it or not, and also follow me on Twitter, and I hope to see you guys again. Thanks.